What is going on, everybody? This is the #1 Tombstone Terror fan here, back again with another discussion and review, this time on the Distortions Unlimited Dead Debbie. Now, this is the static prop, obviously, if you couldn't tell. I got this off of Facebook Marketplace, secondhand, last year, like last September of 2022, to be more specific. First time I've ever bought something off of Facebook Marketplace, oddly enough, and maybe the last, because there seems to be nothing going on in my area. The guy actually had a bunch of Distortions props, and this one was like one of the cheaper ones. I was just like, hey, you know what? I already have one Distortions prop, why not add another? You'll see the other one in another video coming up. But yeah, I have Dead Debbie right here. Now, I'm not sure the exact year when this was produced. I know she's an old character. Well, she's been produced for a long time, like early 2000s, maybe even in the 90s. I honestly don't have an exact date or year when she first came to the public, but sometime around then. This is obviously a newer model, if you couldn't tell by the very good paint job. The older ones paint jobs were pretty whack, in my opinion. They were very scuffed. The newer ones, like this one, have amazing paint jobs, and I must say, this has got to be one of the best paint jobs on a Dead Debbie prop that I have ever seen. Like, even videos on YouTube showcasing the newer one, I haven't really seen many as good as this one. Like, this is like the textbook model, like, of a good paint job on a Dead Debbie. Now, I'm sure many of you are aware that this is the static version, and there is an animated version, a pneumatic one, to be more specific, Spitting Debbie. I will be honest, I'm not a huge fan of the pneumatic one. I don't think it really needs animation, and the audio is a little bit goofy, and it could be a little bit better, and honestly, the animation, it's not really that necessary. I feel like this prop gets the job done without the animation, and just the amazing amount of creepiness and goriness to this prop is just incredible. Nobody in my family likes this thing. Like, everyone hates this thing. Like, people, like, everyone has their least favorite prop, but like everybody in my family unanimously agrees that this is like my most terrifying prop out of all of them, which I think is pretty funny. Understandable, because this thing is horrifying. As you can see, the epoxy eyes, Distortions Classic, mine are a little yellowed, probably because it is a bit older. It's probably like a 2010s model, if I had to take a guess. I actually quite like the yellowed epoxy eyes. It gives it a little bit more character, and it looks a little more jaundiced and zombie-like. I really like it. I have no idea who sculpted this. I would assume Mr. Edmonds himself, but I honestly have no idea. If any of you know, feel free to share that below. One thing I do want to do with this in the future is maybe touch up on the blood here. I did leave her out, not fully exposed out to the elements. I did leave her covered, obviously, like just for like a couple days before Halloween happened. And when I took her back out, like some of her blood definitely washed away, so I will go back in there and touch that up eventually. But still, it's got plenty of blood on it, and it still looks good as always. There's a whole bunch of little details in the clothes that, like her knees poking through, and I've always found this hole here intriguing. I want to know what that is all about. Like the rip on the clothing right here, shoulders. This thing's great. The hair is really good too. I really love the hair that they chose for this. It looks very realistic, and just all around, like, I mean, yeah, look at that. Flat back, obviously. Foam is a little bit yellowed because it is an older prop, obviously. And the bottom is latex. It's not foam like the rest of it. It is a layer of latex on the bottom. So, I mean, this thing is just awesome. I did get her for under retail. It was only like $10 under retail or $20, but still, I mean, under retail, you can't really beat that. I think the original currently on the website is like $260 or something like that. I mean, yeah, this thing is just awesome. As is every other Distortions prop, but this one, I never really intended to get this one. I mean, it was always in the back of my mind, but here we are, and I could not be happier. If you've got the chance to get her for a good price, or hey, if you just want to get her brand new from the Distortions website, I mean, go for it. This thing is worth every penny, and is just amazing. So, I hope you enjoyed my review on Dead Debbie. I will see you next time.